This is Financial Straight Talk with Jim Fox.
It is Financial Straight Talk, and we are glad to have you with us on another edition alongside Jim Fox. Of course, you know him. You hear him every single week here on the show. He's the founder, president, investment advisor, representative, and of course, the Financial Straight Talker himself. My name's Kevin McAlpin, and of course, we are glad to have you with us.
Listen, there's a lot of finance weenies on this station, and I love not one show sounds like ours. I love it. So please, this is the segment I've been waiting for. So let's, without further ado, let's not lose this.
Okay.
Because people need to know about this. This is a great video that we're going to talk about.
Yeah, so no doubt. So obviously, I know we talk about social media, and Jim, the way that we can consume information and the way that kids these days can stay in touch and communicate, something we didn't have when we were their age. Social media is certainly a great way to spread words about new things. But, Jim, sometimes it can backfire, as Chris Kempczinski, the CEO of McDonald's, very quickly recently discovered. Take a listen to this.
You've heard about it. Here it is, the Big Arch. I love this product. It is so good. I'm going to do a tasting right now, but I'm going to eat this for my lunch, just so you know. So here we go. Holy cow. God, that is a big burger. Oh, there's so much going on with this. First of all, let's try to get this thing. I don't even know how to attack it. God, there's so much to it. All right, the moment of truth. That is so good. That's a big bite for a big arch.
All right.
So,
you're in tears, Jim.
God, here's the funny thing. So what people don't know, you have to go look at this. Kevin, I just got to set this up because this is great because I've got a teenage boy at the house, right? So he has been all about this. So this CEO, kind of nerdy dude, right, is eating this messy big sandwich. And you can tell that he does not want his hands on a dirty sandwich.
Right.
And he takes the am I right, Kevin? The smallest bite of a burger any human being has ever eaten, right?
It's not exactly a hearty bite on the new Big Arch.
It is like a little, it's that little, I could tell when, and you'll think about this with Max too. You know, when your kids don't want to eat something, they eat with the front of their teeth and they do that little like snap, like little thing of it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So you know how like I'm sure Max did the same thing. He would eat with the front of his teeth. You remember those days?
Oh yeah. That was my daughter the first time she tried broccoli. It was like, I'm not so sure about this.
Guy, that's how it looked. Now the best part isn't him, okay? It wasn't him because he took like the smallest bite. The best part was the Burger King and the Wendy's CEO.
Yeah.
Because they did like a response video and dude, you're talking about the triple cheeseburger at Wendy's and they're mowing down on it. So it was just super funny, man. But go check it out, guys.
Yeah.
Kevin, I don't know how you're going to turn this into a finance question, and I want to hear your radio nerdiness, okay? So make that happen.
You're sitting down.
I love the video. Yeah, let's do it. What's going to happen?
All right, so obviously when you see that video, a lot of folks wondering, does he finish that bite? Does he spit it out? Does he enjoy what he's going after with that Big Arch burger? Well, let me ask you, Jim, when you meet somebody for the first time, what are some things you do to test the waters when it comes to potential clients and their retirement strategy to make sure it not only fits their person more so than just fitting just the math and the numbers making sense?
Yeah, you know what's so funny, right? Because when you look at retirement and you think about it, it really, really comes down to a giant math problem, right? It really does. Okay. If you have X amount of dollars and you're only going to spend Y amount of dollars and you're earning about Z amount of dollars, as long as those math numbers work, you can never run out of money, right? It's a simple math problem. If you're spending more money than you're making, then you're invading principal. And if you invade principal too quickly, you run out of money. Like it truly is a simple math problem. But when we look at this long term, and that's the challenge, is when you look at it long term, it's not just math, it's psychology, right? So it's about the psychology, because let's get real, Kevin. Washing machines break. Melissa is going to say, you know what? I want to go on that around the world cruise. Michelle's ring. She shoved her wedding ring on the wrong finger, Kevin. It swelled up so much that we couldn't get it off. She had to go to the emergency room. Do you know how this story ends, right? They cut her wedding ring up. Now, do you think my wife is just going to go out and get another wedding ring? No, man. We had to go custom build one. Sweet baby Jesus, okay? I mean, it's like those are life that happens. There's fun things, there's not fun things. And the reality is we got to understand where you're at and what do you want to do. We have to build in those what if this happens, what if that happens. And we've got to make sense of taxes. We got to make sense of one of the biggest problems I see clients have all the time, Kevin, are their grown kids. Because if they take care of their kids, that can impact their retirement needs, right? What happens if you get sick? I mean, we had talked many times about clients who had to take care of their mom or take care of their father. These things matter. So when we sit down with somebody, and this is the kicker, this is the most important part of this. When we sit down with somebody, not only do we want to know how much money they have, not only do we want to understand how much money they want, not only do we want to understand what kind of risk they take, but we want to understand what is their version of retirement. Because I'm going to tell you, some people that I have can't wait to travel, Kevin. That's all they talk about. I can't wait to go do a cruise. I have clients that take more cruises than I could ever imagine doing. Okay, I'd go crazy, but they love it. I have other people that the idea of getting on a plane is the worst possible thing for them, right?
Right.
I mean, just think about it. Everybody has a different version. So our job is to sit down with somebody, make sense of what they do. And that's where I think we shine, okay? The planning part is great, but just understand the important parts of this is junk in equals junk out, right? So if I don't get good numbers going in, when I give you a report, there's junk on the backside of it. It's not very accurate. So when we sit down with somebody, we want to understand really what is unique about your visions of retirement. What's different? And in this industry, and when I work for one of the largest firms on the planet, literally the first $1 trillion company. All right, that's back in the early 2000s.
Right.
I work for the largest company, not the largest financial firm, the largest company on the planet at one time. And it was, I don't want to say it was cookie cutter because then the compliance goes, I can't say it's cookie cutter, but it was pretty close, right? It was like everyone, you need life insurance and then you need a mutual fund and then you need this and then you need this. And the numbers are, they're different. You don't need as much life insurance if you have more savings, but it was kind of like everybody kind of did a lot of the same stuff with just different amounts, right? Listen, some of y'all don't need life insurance. I the other day sat down with a client. We spent 45 minutes doing retirement planning and an hour for me convincing him not to buy this life insurance. And he goes, I am so confused. Don't you get paid if I buy the life insurance? I said, absolutely, but I don't want you to buy it. And here's why. Kevin, you don't need $250,000 of life insurance if you have $4 million.
Right.
You know why? Take that money and do anything with it. You got $4 million. And this is the idea of understanding and crafting and curating retirement. But the problem is this industry loves to shove you in boxes. And they love to say, well, you know what? You're 64 years old. You need to have less risk. And one of our clients just walked by the radio window just a few minutes ago, Kevin, and he waved at me. The dude is insane. And I say that because I love this guy. One of the most aggressive investment human beings I have ever met in my lifetime. So much so that I had to ask my attorney, how do we make sure that we're doing this properly for him, right? Because you know what he said? This isn't my money. I know it says it's my money. I'm never going to spend it. This is for my grandkids. So why do I want to put it in T-bills? He's like, let's go for this, man. Let's have fun. He goes, I want to make money. See, everybody has a different story. Some of y'all just want to have your money, make you money so you can enjoy your money. Nothing's wrong with that. But the key is so many people don't have somebody in their corner working with them, helping them make better decisions and do those kind of things. What matters most is that you sit down and you build a plan and you make things happen. Because if you don't have a plan, what you do is end up making emotional decisions. And when you make those emotional decisions is when you start making mistakes. And that matters. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what we do. We give the opportunity to walk into a place without a sales pitch. You walk into a place where they're going to ask you questions that help you make better decisions. And here's what's crazy. We listen to your answers. We don't make them up as we go along. and we'll build out something that makes sense. And if the good Lord's willing, and if we can make it work and we can work together, we will do it. But if not, my goal is simple. As you walk out the door, you have a better understanding of your retirement than when you came through the door. That's what matters. Ladies and gentlemen, my team's standing by. Pick up the phone. Give us a call. 321-414-7526. Again, 321-414-PLAN. Let them know that you want to come in and you want to have your plan analyzed. Or if you don't have a plan, let them know you want a plan. We're going to work with you and make those things happen.
Yeah, let's get you on Jim Fox's calendar today at Wadadley Financial Group. Again, maybe you've never worked with somebody when it comes to financial planning. Maybe it's been a while since you've had your plan reviewed and you'd like to sit down and have these kinds of conversations. Jim and his team are standing by to get you on his calendar. Again, folks, there's no cost. There's no obligation. All you need to do is get on his calendar now at 321-414-7526. 321-414-PLAN or online at getfst.com. That's getfst.com. So, Jim, it's been yet another enjoyable show here this weekend, my man. And before we run out of time, sir, the floor is once again all yours for the final word.
Kevin, thanks so much. Well, guys, every week, Kevin and I say the same thing. We know that you have tons of options when it comes to getting financial information. We're just honored to be one of those resources. So like you said, if there's anything we can do, reach out, let us know. We're here to help. But with all that being said, on behalf of myself and Mr. Kevin Mack, I want to thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next time on Financial Straight Talk.
Thanks for listening to Financial Straight Talk with Jim Fox. To learn more, visit getfst.com.
Insurance products are offered through the insurance business Wadadley Financial Group. Wadadley Financial Group is also an investment advisory practice that offers products and services through Impact Partnership Wealth LLC IPW, a registered investment advisor. IPW does not offer insurance products. The insurance products offered by Wadadley Financial Group are not subject to investment advisor requirements. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal. Any references to protection, safety, or lifetime income generally refer to fixed insurance products, never securities or investments. Insurance guarantees are backed by the financial strength and claims-paying abilities of the issuing carrier. This show is intended for informational purposes only. It is not intended to be used as the sole basis for financial decisions, nor should it be construed as advice designed to meet the particular needs of an individual's situation. Wadadley Financial Group is not permitted to offer, and no statement made during this show shall constitute tax or legal advice. Our firm is not affiliated with or endorsed by the U.S. government or any government agency. The information and opinions contained herein provided by third parties have been obtained from sources believed to be reliable, but accuracy and completeness cannot be guaranteed by Wadadley Financial Group.